Well, right now I'd like to invite you to dine at my table, except I'm not talking about the table at my house because my cooking remains pretty mediocre. What I am talking about is a restaurant right here in Bay City that, well, kind of belongs to all of us. And luckily, I'm starved. Food. That's right. My Table is a cool and eclectic eatery that celebrates all that is Michigan, including the menu, potables, and even many of the amenities that make up its awesome atmosphere. The food is seasonal, hyper-local, and most of the art, artifacts, and furnishings are made with Michigan materials and monumental memories. But before I partake in this astonishing establishment's bill of fare, I thought it wise to quell my culinary curiosity with owner Amberlyn Hales. You know, Amberlyn, you've done something that is really difficult to do. You've opened a restaurant that that in and of itself is hard to do. We all know it's a tough way to make a living, but you've opened a restaurant that is legitimately a destination and an experience. I mean, to come here, you're not just going out to dinner, it's, like I said, it's an experience. Now, did you always want to be in the restaurant business, or are you just,
No.
I read that you're a professed nerd who loves food.
Yes. So food has always been my passion.
Yeah.
Like, even as a little kid, I loved baking with grandma in the kitchen and doing all those things, but I never really thought of it as a career because I just didn't. I was always told if you do what you love for a living, it'll get old. Well, then I found out that's a total lie and just dove right in.
Right. It's obviously Michigan themed.
Yes.
I mean, you've got this one table. Tell me about this table behind us. It's a part of the Mackinac Bridge.
Yes, so every so often they auction off a grate from the bridge because they have to replace it and repair it. Right. So I bought a slab and reached out to a fabricator and was like, hey, I'll give you part of this grate if you make a table out of it for me.
It's just so unique, and so to sit there at that table and look down, and you're looking through the same grate you're looking through when you're driving over the Mackinac Bridge.
Yes.
Now the bar, tell me about the bar and the epoxy, the river.
Yes, to my knowledge, it is the largest river epoxy bar in the country. When we were doing the epoxy, they called us, they're like, what are you doing with all this epoxy? We're like, well, we're making a bar, I promise. And it's with spalted maple and rocks, stones, and copper that's been collected from all of the Great Lakes, kind of sprinkled in. We even have a piece of fordite hidden in there if someone can find that. So
to come in here, like I said, it's an experience. You can feel the history. Now, is the downstairs the Lower Peninsula, where that's where the
Yes.
Low Plains Flatlanders live,
Yes.
and the upstairs is the UP?
That's correct. And we also have a nod to our Native American and Amish community up there as well.
Yeah, this place, like I said, it's an experience to come here. Now, because it's an old bank building, I noticed the giant safe when you come
Yes.
in. That is so cool.
That is original.
That is so cool. Tell me about the vault room that you can eat back there. You can
Yes.
do private parties back there. Tell me about that room.
So we kind of call that like our speakeasy area. It is an original vault from the bank, and we did our best to renovate that so it could be used. So the bank doors, all of that is original to the bank that was here before, and it's set up. It holds about 12 people for cocktail, 8 for dinner, and it's a really fun, kind of exclusive experience, and it's open to the kitchen.
How would you describe your food?
So I would call it Michigan comfort. We do try to do a little upscale twists here and there, but we want to really represent the things that Michigan is great at, or Michigan themed foods, or foods that you can eat like venison that you can't usually get in a restaurant. People might be familiar with eating it at home, but very rarely can they get it in an establishment like a restaurant. So we try to feature things like that. So we have the pasties, we have buttermilk biscuits, French toast from the Amish.
Somebody said the buttermilk biscuits here are shaped like the Lower and Upper Peninsula?
They are. Yes, they are. They're
brilliant. People
get really excited about those.
I'm excited about that. I saw a picture and I'm like, oh my God, I've got to have that just because of those biscuits.
Yep.
What's the most rewarding thing for you? I know owning a restaurant is one of the toughest ways in the world to make a living. We all know that. It's a labor of love. You have to really love it.
Yeah.
So what do you really love about having this place?
So my favorite thing about being in the industry is, to me, all things of importance in people's lives happens around food, and we get to be a part of that. So whether someone's having a baby shower, or it's a funeral, or they're getting married, we're providing a key moment for them that they can't get anywhere else. And that is what drives me.
It's just a great town. So, yeah, what you're doing, I commend you.
Oh, thank you.
Now I'm going to eat all your food.
Excellent.
Ding. Well, luckily, I was talked out just in the nick of time because my ample appetite could wait no longer. So I snatched up my silverware and commenced to put Michigan-made Munchables where my mouth is. And I have to say, everything was delish because fresh is the best. My Table really is one of those unique restaurants that's become a destination. You come here because you won't experience or taste anything else like it. So if you love Michigan and good food as much as I do, pull up a chair at My Table in Bay City. This place puts the in Michigan.
You know,